Hello there, and welcome to a brand new Monday Night Therapy on Corn Nation. I'm your host, Minnie Hunt, and with me is the infamous Fred Sacco.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome, Fred, and welcome, chat. Let's see who's in the chat, shall we? All right, let's see. Asian Pastorian was first. This is crazy. She's not even a Husker fan, people. She's putting you guys to shame.
It's wild.
Hey, Doreen.
Hello, Doreen.
But you were second, Fred.
Of course.
Yeah. And you already have a fan base. We know that. Husker Chuck says, "Hey, Fred."
Hello, Husker Chuck.
James Boardman says, "Fred has no arms."
Yeah, it's the white is getting cut out by my background, so eventually I'll just be like a floating head. But for now, we're at the vintage '97 coaches pullover. So yeah,
that is the coolest coaches pullover ever. I'm envious of your wardrobe.
Well, it's just a product of being old. So yeah, and as I was saying to Minnie, you guys might remember back in the day, they had two of these. They had one with, this was red, and then they had one with the black collar. The black was for the black shirts for defensive coaches, and then the red would be for offense. So I said I was cheap, though. This is the only one they had at the JCPenney's back in the day, and I got it for like $30. So yeah, 100 years ago. Still holds up, though. I mean, this thing's great.
I was going to say, I bet that, I mean, I'm sure you could sell it for more than that on eBay.
Yeah, haven't ever looked it up. Don't want to.
Okay, so I feel really bad right now because about 30 minutes ago, I realized I was getting ready to do the show. Well, I was preparing more than 30 minutes ago, okay? I don't want you guys to think that I waited to the last minute. But Brad, I forgot to send you the link. So I definitely want to have you come on and tell your story about your student management and how you were involved in the Huskers. So if we can, I'll email you because I remembered this about 30 minutes ago. Just please accept my apology. And we are going to get you on to talk about that because everybody wants to hear about those times. That sounds like a fun thing to talk about.
James Boardman said the frost wore yellow. So that's pretty funny. I like that.
Did he really?
Well, yellow stripe down his back.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Or perhaps a different kind of yellow. James is a little bit bawdy like I am, so who knows what's going on over there.
Michael Hasman says, "Good evening, everyone." Good evening. So it's officially like, do we call it fall camp? I know there were some people saying it can't be fall camp when you start practicing in 96-degree weather, but it is technically.
This time of year, it's fall camp. You know, that's the way it is. I mean, yeah, the weather and the timing doesn't really match up, but getting ready for fall, it's fall camp.
Yeah. And so we had 1 whole week. Check. We get a couple more weeks of them practicing, and then they're going to start getting ready for Cincinnati. Just like that, it happened. I don't even know how this happened. And it looks like we have a pretty good team. Did you make it to the Big Red preview on Saturday?
I did not. I don't remember what I was doing. I was really busy, though. I remember that much. There were some anecdotal things I saw, though. I like the thing about that punter from Australia. I don't know if you saw that, because that stuff really melts your butter. But yeah, like Rule made a point to say the guy is super athletic, and he's big. He's like 6'2", 215, and he can run. And they said he can throw. Like, Rule made a point to say that he could throw. So they're like, is he doing that to get in the other coaches' heads? You know, what's going on there? So I think that's pretty cool. It's good to have a faceted guy at all positions, but hopefully we don't pull a Dublin and do a ill-advised fake punt at a weird time of the game. And
I know.
I don't think Rule would do that, though. If he did, I'd be leading me and Matt, and he would be down there with the pitchforks. So
it's not going to happen. Well, number one, our special teams coach is like so gung-ho. He's determined to make us number one in special teams. I think it's fair to say we were like at the bottom of the Big Ten last year for special teams. And we're moving on up with Mike Ekeler.
just like the Jeffersons. We are moving on up indeed. Anything's an upgrade, but the enthusiasm and the attention to detail and just the raw numbers from what I saw he did at Tennessee and whatnot, that's probably at least 2-3 wins last year, if we're being honest. So I am totally fine with him, and I can't wait. Yeah, it's going to be cool. It's got to be better than it was. So that's all I expect. That's a very low bar.
Yes, it is, but I'm sure he will exceed that by leaps and bounds. And Tony, I wish I could. How would you pronounce his last name?
I'd just say Lashin, like Lashin, just kind of a little bit of the W and then Lashin after. That's my guess.
Tony Lashin.
Yeah, there you go.
NEV smirching tonight of Wisconsin. I mean, we'll always throw a little Luke Fickell in there if you want. little besmirching of Luke Fickell.
It's and totally acceptable.
Yeah. But I have to say, I'll show you guys some video sometime. Well, maybe we should do this like a members thing. Like I'll have access to it. You guys can have access to what I like video recorded at Big Ten Media Days. Because he looked really beaten down. He looked like, out of all the Big Ten coaches, he looked like he needed a vacation.
With them, I think honestly, they're like we are now, or we were, where there's a lot of dysfunction within the org in general. And the AD wants to do one thing, he wants to do another. They're trying to make him change things, do it a different way. Too many cooks in the kitchen. And I think it's probably wearing him out. He probably thought, oh, I'm going to go here, I'm going to kick ass. And it's just not happening. And now he's got the toughest schedule in the conference. So I'm good with letting him burn, let him get beat up, let him get fired. They have to retool again. That's what they get for screwing us for so many years. So good.
I know. And I don't know. He'll figure it out, or I guess he won't have a job. Is that fun? Is that fair for besmirching?
Something will come to mind as we go. I'm sure I'll come up with something. So don't worry, Tony. I got you.
Husker Chuck says, does anyone remember the last time we recovered our onside kick? I have no idea. If he doesn't have any idea, then how can we? He's like the historian.
No, because we'd had to been in a position to actually do something at the end of the game then. And I cannot remember. No, it's been a minute.
James Boardman might know. I'll let you guys kind of let us know what you figure out.
10 hours of Dylan's butt. Ooh.
What? Wow.
What? James Boardman had an idea of your videos that you're going to share from Big Ten days.
I did not do any of that.
I just call out the comments. I don't make them tonight.
So. All right, James, I did not. I was tempted, but no. Michael Hasman says Nebraska went from crappy special teams in 2013 to number 1 in 2014. So big jumps with special teams can happen quickly. Yeah, actually, it's just a matter of a few key pieces, right? And I guess we have a real long snapper. That's one key.
Real long. How long is he, Minnie?
Fred.
Into it. Sorry, that's why I'm here.
Oh my gosh.
Aaron Keene. It is the surrender whites, but back in 97, it didn't matter because we didn't surrender. So.
Yeah. When did we start calling them the surrender whites?
It's just been any time we've worn them, we've lost. Even back to 92, wore them against Iowa State and lost when we should have kicked their ass. So it's like, it's just kind of been a thing for at least a few decades. Somebody else, Husker Chuck, probably remember better than me, but yeah, anytime. It's been a long time. Surrender whites, it's a thing. Oh, Brad's still waiting for the link, Minnie. I don't know if you.
I will. I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to actually email you. I'll try and email you tonight after the show so we can talk about when you and I can get together. Because tonight we're talking about fall camp, Big Red preview, as well as the Big Ten came to Lincoln. And Jake Butts, you know him?
Not personally, no.
You know who I'm talking about.
I know of him, yes.
Okay. Because I saw him several times at Big Ten Media Days. And I was going to introduce myself, but I was very intimidated. He had a lot to say about Nebraska on social media. Did you know that?
No. What's he going on about?
Oh my gosh.
Do I need to create a Twitter account and go attack him? Because I could do that.
No, he really thinks that we're the real deal.
Oh, well, that's scary. Okay.
No, it's not scary. This is like for real. This is what, okay, he noticed all the little things that we're doing that make a big difference. It's like every Big Ten coach says, you kind of just are looking for one little like edge up, 1% better, right? That 1% that you got over your opponent. And it's things like just the wide receivers walking the football to the officiate so that it doesn't, when they throw it, they don't fumble it and they waste time and those sorts of things. And then the offensive linemen jogging out to the line. So, to help with time management, just things like that. How it's all those little details that they're going to add up for Nebraska this season.
Oh, well, nice. That's good. Yeah, good deal. Is he Big Ten Network or what's his deal? Is he just right? Or I really didn't know what he does.
Yeah. Andy Harris says, hand the damn ball to the refs in 2 minutes offense. Yes. That's what we're doing. And I like that. He paid attention to all those little things that we're doing.
No, it's good. Well, it's the details. I mean, and that's the thing that unfortunately Frost said too. It's like the little things, the big things and all that. And he talked about all the details that he was going to attack and he never did. And we've said this about Rule for a long time now. It's like he has a plan for everything. So if he's got it down to literally walking the ball up to the ref, coaching these things, that's nothing but good can come of that, I don't think, Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. They're talking about poor Mac Markway, and his.
Oh, yeah. And Keen mentioned the butt analysis. Yeah, Keen, you missed it's Monday Night Proctology today. So it's a different show. It's different than last week when it was Greg and Haas and I think it was the roadie from Foghat that were on. That was pretty cool.
That's who it was.
Yeah. That's where he's from. That white-haired dude. He's weird.
Scares me. Had to have been a roadie at some point. He had to have been. Yes. We'll have to find out. Yeah. But he says that's how you win in close games. And we know that Nebraska has had, that's what has been paining us the most, those close games. And in the Big Ten, you have to be able to win those close games, and we just never are. And he's like, those small details are the solution to winning those tight games.
Yeah, I feel good about all of that. It's, just got to translate over because for so long we've had the egregious big mistakes at the wrong time every time. So if the small things lead to fixing those things at the big times of the game, chef's kiss, that's all we need.
Yeah.
Diamond Dave is here. Wow.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Let him out. Let him have.
No, I honestly am surprised. Where is he? I didn't see him. Oh, Foghat. Great band. Of course. I knew. Oh, you mentioned one good band, and he's like, "Yep, I'm on that."
That's all it takes. David Matney's here now. It's a party. We got it all going on. Butt talk. This is amazing. Wow.
Look at this.
You guys are going nuts.
David Matney, tackling in practice helps too. Mm-hmm. I suppose it would. Yes. And the fact that we are doing that and not tackling those sleds, like John Butler said, we're not going to be doing. That's
well, I know there's restrictions on everything they can do now. They got to be more ginger and less, contact. But I hope that Rule is pushing the maximum limit of all of that because I think that's the biggest thing. Everybody's gotten too soft with it. That's easy for me to say, fat and 50, and if I tackled somebody, I'd probably break this arm. But it's like, you can see there's a difference in the way it's played now. And guys are more tentative, and sometimes they're playing not to get hurt. And I think it's a lot to do with the way that it has to be coached now. But yeah, I hope we're right at the maximum limit of the ability and the how much you can actually have contact, full pads, and all that good stuff.
We are. That they've actually studied this. They have it down to a percentage point. Like, we're going to do this to this extreme because this is the benefit versus like the reward versus pros versus the cons, whatever that is.
Yeah, exactly. Risk reward. Oh, Beetle B's here. That's been a minute.
I know. Look at it. It's like it is football. It's football season. I can tell. People are coming out of the woodworks talking about football.
Pitt's here. He made fun of my hairline. That's okay. I'll have you know, Pitt, that I've had this same hairline since Nebraska was good back in 1995. I've looked just like this. It's amazing, but it's true.
Oh, my. 1995? So you must have been, what, 20?
Something. Yeah, I can't do math anymore, but yeah, it was.
I know. You were 20.
I
happen to know that kind of.
In my prime when Nebraska was in their prime. Downhill
20
after that.
years old and it was already receding. Yeah, and Mo still accepted you for who you are.
It's all right. Hair and everything. I got, we won't talk about any of that. But yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Pitt Snipe says, my sack is buff.
This is true.
On words there.
Well, I don't know what his sack is, but I'm still pretty good from like here up, here down. That's kind of a Greg situation. We won't talk about that.
Poor Greg. He gets made fun of even if he's not around. He gets made fun of on my Sunday night show. He gets made fun of here. Oh, well. I always tell him about it afterwards. So, okay. There's another thing. Not only did Jake Butt say these positive things about us, okay? Big Ten Network, they interviewed Emmett Johnson and Dylan Raiola. And Emmett was talking about, how he's come into this leadership role, and he's very grateful that Holgorsen has utilized him in the last few games of last season and now going into this season. And, he's bringing up the guys behind him, which we're going to get to because we do have actually running backs. We don't have to worry so much anymore. But then Dylan said, yeah, these guys are going to go, our offensive line, they're going to go for the Joe Moore Award. I thought that was...
The hell's that?
It's an offensive line award for teamwork. I didn't even know it. I had to Google it. I was like, oh, what is that? I want to know. Are we going to get it?
That sounds like a fake award. I don't know.
It is not. Google it. Greggle it if you need to. The Joe Moore Award is for
the offensive line unit. That's
right?
Never heard of that before.
Because why? We haven't had a good offensive line unit.
Yeah, it goes without saying. Amazing.
Dude, can you imagine if we get this award?
Oh gosh, we should come up with some kind of bet. I don't know if I should shave my head or wear a wig and be on the show. One of the two things. If we win it, that would, because God love them. I hope they do, but they ain't winning that award.
I think you should do a wig.
Okay, I could do that. We can make that happen. Oh, Greg says Heinrich Harburg, quarterback number 1.
Yeah.
So
he's not even watching. He's not even watching. He's just putting in a comment just to.
He doesn't think he doesn't think we're going to win the Moore Award either, but.
No, we are. Seriously. It's a very likely possibility. This is the first year that Donovan Raiola has had all the pieces that he's wanted. All the guys on the offensive line, he's trained up. And we have that.
There's some continuity there. I get that. And we got a couple additions that are pretty good. And I heard that this is not a joke, but Pritchett is going head up against Gatul, and it's actually like a good battle. So that's something. That's good. You don't want one guy just to blast the other one out of there. You want it to be even, so you got good depth. So great. I hope they win it. That'd be. I mean, I just want to win games. I don't know if they can win that award or not. Just do your job. That's all I care about.
That's all we care about. And Brad Wilson just hit the nail on the head. He said, Butt was impressed. The coaches demanded excellence or they do it again.
Hmm?
Do your job or we're doing it over. And it's all those little things that are going to add up. And here's another thing, okay? I know you guys think this is a Kool-Aid drinking episode. It is not. This is
Ain't no
reality.
thinking about it, Minnie, but go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, the Big Ten Network, they also had Phil Steele on. And, Phil Steele, this guy.
Yep. 3 E's, not in a row. MASH fans will appreciate that. Yep. That's the one.
Yes, this guy. So the expert, he knows, he can talk about any team in college football, 136 of them. He said, we have an experienced offensive line. Quote, he said, upgraded receiving course. He said, look at the schedule. We only have one team that we're a true underdog against on our schedule. And he said to make the college football playoffs this year, that he gives Nebraska a really good shot. Look at that. A really good shot to make the college football playoffs. Coming from the expert. Doreen's here. Hello, Doreen.
Oh, there's Doreen again. Hello, Doreen. Nice to meet you. Sometime I'll see you guys on a Sunday.
Yes. So isn't that awesome? What do you think about that?
That's good. Phil Steele was a standard. A lot of people say his stuff is usually ends up being fairly, realistic. Yeah, I like that. I'll take it. But again, we've been beaten up so many times. We got to see it to believe it. I got to actually ask to actually happen. Oh, Matt Sainer's here. That guy's nuts. They're drinking his Monaco.
Uh-oh.
I like what Dana says too, Dana Williams, about beating Iowa, because we got to get that over with too. We got to get that monkey off our back. I know we got him when we had Mickey at coach that 1 year. It was a weird deal, but we got to beat him and consistently get him.
It's like they did get one for the Gipper. That's what that game felt like, didn't it? It's like,
yeah,
that was an odd win.
It really was. It came out of nowhere because I did not expect that. I figured they would do Iowa things. We would still do Nebraska things, and we'd get the same result we've gotten so many times before. Greg, it's the 90s actually for the shirt, so it's okay.
Wait, what? He says, Fred's shirt is from the 1980s. What's up with that?
If you're really good in chat, I'll mail it to you because I don't really wear it a lot anymore. So.
Oh, prizes. Nice. Yeah, no, see, I knew this was going to happen. Didn't we talk about this? Back in January, February, when things were starting to line up for us? I said, you watch. We're going to be saying how good we are. We're going to be pounding that drum, and then everyone else is going to jump on the bandwagon.
It's true. Oh, don't worry, Greg. I ain't been watching since 1997. You're getting all that sweat. He made me do it. I was trying to be good, and here we are. But no, back to your point. It's kind of the thing, though. We have the hype train's back. I did like John's video about, how the interest overall in off seasons drop. Like he can tell by site traffic and all that. And I agree to an extent. I don't search a lot of things. I don't look up a lot of stuff. I'm like a lot of people. I see a headline and that's the headline. Like I never even really read the article anymore because, And again, with people moving on the way they do and the transient nature of the game with the portal, it's like I kind of listen to Rule and what the coaches say, and beyond that, the pundits and a lot of the other stuff. I still watch Carricker's stuff a lot, But otherwise, it's like I just kind of tap out because it's so much white noise that usually means nothing, you know.
Wow.
Off my soapbox. Continue on, Minnie. I'm
Tell us
sorry.
how you really feel. Well, Haas will give you $100 for that shirt.
Wow.
Do I
Ooh,
hear 200?
Haas. I don't know. Haas's guns are pretty big. I don't know if they'd fit inside of these. I've seen them in real
What the
life.
heck? See, it's a good looking shirt. And he's like, "Wait, you're going to send it to Greg? I want it." I
Man,
didn't know we could put dibs on it.
started a bidding war over here. This is awesome. Might get a house payment out of this damn.
Oh, Matt said 200. There we go. Do I hear 250?
Wow. I feel so dirty. I feel like I'm being auctioned off.
Don't. It'll go for a good cause. More of John's roadie material. All right. Beetlebee, I don't know that. I don't even want. Well, that's just too much reality right there. How long do we endure with our coaching? How long do we endure with our coaching?
I mean, for that, I guess if you're asking, it's like, and again, back to what John said a little bit. God forbid we were to lose to Cincinnati, then that's what goes to Beetle B. Like, how long do we like? Oh my God, sky's falling. Not going to happen. But I think that's kind of what, because beyond that, if other than some massive collapse or some weird, just nonsensical stuff they do, I'm okay with the staff we have. I'm okay. I don't question a lot of what goes on right now. Like, I'm good. And not that I'm the barometer of Husker fandom, but I pretty much dislike and don't believe anything. I'm in on this. So, take that for what it's worth.
I like that. And it's reality. As much as I don't like the bit of pessimism that seems to go on a lot around here, especially from people that share the screen with me, at least you're being honest.
It wouldn't be fun if we all thought the same thing. So,
well, yeah, that's true. I just feel like there's so much positive to look forward to. And, being a newbie fan, being only like 10 years old in my fandom, I just don't want to be embarrassed anymore. I get to host a college football show on Sunday nights. And it's almost an not an embarrassment. I don't want to say it like that because I'm proud to be a Husker fan. But I'm used to people just not even acknowledging us. Right? Because when they did, we were laughed at. So I just want to prove everybody wrong.
yeah.
Be a good team. That's all I want. Just a good team.
And I think we're going to get that. I think only if we stumble out of the gate, but we should be in good shape. And I feel a little bit better about Michigan too now, really thinking about it. They got a good D line, I think, but they got a freshman quarterback. You don't really know what's going on there. I feel better that we have an offensive coordinator who has a brain. I feel good that we have a special teams coach that knows what he's doing. We have a alleged phenom quarterback now in his second year. That's going to be good. Got new wide receivers, running back depth, a little shaky offensive line. I don't know if they're going to win the more. A little worried about the D line. We got new people in there, and they're good, but you lose Ty Robinson and Nash. I mean, that's like two big anchors.
Everybody's
That's
worried
good
about
linebackers, corners, so we're like everybody else. We're just hustling, trying to get it done.
Yes, we are. Everybody has good players on their team.
Yeah.
Even freaking Purdue. They do.
Yeah.
They have that Devin Mockabee. That guy is like, gosh, he's fantastic. But speaking of guys that are fantastic, we actually have a few that I want to talk about.
Oh, okay.
We have some running backs. Because all offseason long, we've been like, I don't know. It's just not feeling right, our depth, especially when we heard Quentin Ives is injured.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Didn't
right?
help.
Yeah, we thought he was going to be number 2. Well, did you hear about Makai Nelson?
Actually, I did not. No.
Woo!
Oh,
Are you ready?
if only Greg was here with the sploosh emoji right about now, but we'll just imagine it, chat, in your own little brains. Just, anyways. So who's this guy? I've never heard of him.
Yes, you have.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember, he came to us, let's see, in like 2023, we started, when Matt Rule first got here, we started recruiting him, and he's the one that actually, remember, he was like going to be a senior in high school, and he redid his enrollment or something, so he came to us a year early.
Oh. Okay.
That was him last year.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So he was going against our defense last year. So keep that in mind when I tell you about him. So he's a redshirt freshman, and they say watch out for his bursts and speed. The guy's like 200 pounds. He's a pretty muscular guy. Anyways, it looks like he might be running back number 2.
Oh.
Everyone's really excited about him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Right? And then we have Isaiah Mosey, also who looks really good, and Connor Booth. So there's 4 guys right there.
The Mosey thing is intriguing to me because they called him out and talked about special. I'm like half and half with the special sets of plays for a guy and not, because sometimes it tips your hand. But I did like the idea that at least Holgerson is like, they think that much of him that they're willing to give him a shot in certain spots. So I'm good with that. So that shows that he must have resonated with them, and I enjoy that. Yes.
Yeah. Hit Snipe says Nelson is wrecking it. Yeah, he definitely is. He just has not that Emmett Johnson doesn't have these things. He's just, I think of Emmett Johnson as kind of like it's going to sound really bad, and I don't mean it to.
Oh, here it goes. Take it. Bulletin board material. I'll just screen grab this. Go ahead, Minnie, please.
You ready?
Yeah, sure. With the rest
like a slippery when wet type of person, type of running back. Like he can kind of like squeak through some, like that type of running back.
Like a Bon Jovi album, basically.
Yes, exactly. We go from Bon Jovi or from Foghat to Bon Jovi. I love it.
We're all over. Yeah.
But he just is like a kind of a slippery guy. But I think Makai Nelson is more like what Pitt Snipe is saying, more like a wrecking ball. It just has the power.
Real Katy Perry type.
What is the problem here? What did I say? Greg, I can't believe she says some of the things she says. What?
Greg's dipping into the cooking sherry again tonight, I can tell. Good for him. No, but I agree with your assessment. I don't know enough about that Nelson to be able to freak out about him. But that's cool. I mean, because that's been a concern. We're concerned about running back depth. So if we got at least a couple guys, carry the mail, good.
Yeah, and they've been telling us not to be worried. We do that. We can't help ourselves.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. A coaching staff ever has really been like, "Hey guys, you know what? We don't have anybody, and we're kind of fucked." So I think that's Rule. Rule's good at, lack of a better term, propaganda. He knows how to talk. He knows how to put things out there. But I'm excited to see this dude, see what he can do. That's good.
Pitt says quality players that are fought for by their position coach don't switch positions to sit the bench. Mosey is going to be fun. New twist this year. Totally. Yeah. That's what Da'Keil Shorts Jr. said last week, that, he put up a fight for Isaiah Mosey, but obviously, Rule's going to win that one. So you're 100% right. That makes total sense. And Beetle B wants to know, can Raiola run this year? Don't.
I have an anecdote. There was a local story about him at the preview day, but I know he's one of your people to watch, so you can tell that story first, and then we can move on to the anecdotal story that I heard off of Channel 7. Sound
Okay.
good?
Okay. So Dylan Raiola has been talking about all offseason how he's getting in shape. And you guys, 100%. I've seen him in person. He is in shape. He can run. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Husker Chuck. That is so not nice. What were you going to say, Fred?
Well, no, it's a real story, and it was actually, we watched the YouTube short Maureen and I did a little bit ago before I popped on. Channel 7, they had a thing for Big Red Preview, and it was a really nice little bit. Little boy went up, got Dylan's autograph, and he like burst into tears crying because he was so excited. So I immediately thought of you. And he even had like a hand-drawn picture he made of Dylan, but it was in the green jersey, which was kind of odd, but whatever. But it was really cool. And then he handed the picture to Dylan, and then Dylan fumbled it, and the kid cried again. And it was just, it was just awful. But anyways, it was.
I love that. I actually saw that. I saw that too.
Yeah.
And I saw that little boy's face and his eyes all red. And I thought, I get where he's coming from.
The sheer joy to see the world through the eyes of a child or Minnie.
He's gonna, yeah. I mean, if he needs to run, that's what he talked about on the Big Ten interview too. That he's capable of running. But he's gonna go through all of his checks. He's not gonna take the time that he did last season. He talked about that a little bit. Just going through his checks quickly and just making a decision and handing it off to the running back or tucking and run.
He
himself.
won't have to wait as long because Holgerson goes a lot quicker anyway. So that's part of the deal. It's like, okay, it's boom, 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 and then you make a decision. Whereas previous coordinator was just like kind of hung him out to dry in a lot of spots. And to his credit, he believed his line. He would stand there like a statue and wait. And it was just disjointed. So I think it'll be much more crisp performance this year with all the pieces he has around him. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to seeing how it works out.
Okay.
That's true, Gene. That could be it as well.
What did he say?
Well, said that Dylan is just too tired running from you. So you might have run his legs out with the stalking and whatnot. I don't know. And Stephen Fromm, the run against Ohio State. Yeah, that was something. That popped up on my YouTube the other day. I'd forgotten about it. Yeah, that was wild because I didn't think he could run that far, period. So it was like, that was pretty sweet.
He ran when he had to be. You know why? Because Ohio State hadn't seen him run at all. So they weren't looking for him to run. So he had an opening and he took it. He's like, hell with this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was just thinking on his feet. Probably not, trained to do that by Satterfield or anything, but I'm glad that he can do it and he's not afraid to do it when he needs to. Okay. I was trying to catch up with some comments here. Let's see.
There's some good ones. I'm missing out on them too.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I know what you pay me for. Yeah, there were several good ones.
All right. Guys, no, we're not talking about Dylan running to Dunkin' Donuts. We're not going to do that.
No, it's Raising Cane's. Get it right. Come on.
Yeah, Gary is 100% right. Dylan can throw the ball 50 yards flat-footed. Let's go long. That's his special power. That's his superpower. We all know that. And he's been boxing all off season, which is helping with the center of gravity and just being able to
footwork too.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that amazing that they have learned that boxing is actually going to help quarterbacks? Just the things that have come about.
They all do. Martial arts like karate and stuff like that is good for offensive linemen for hand placement and hand fighting and whatnot, and defensive line too. So yeah, there have been lots of stories about it. And wrestling, of course, like there's some great linemen that were great wrestlers, Nash. But yeah, some sports translate over pretty good.
Oh, well, I totally love this comment. I just gotta show it. It says, "I will say it every week until it becomes a reality." Why don't you know what? Do you want to just open up? I mean, we have about 20 minutes left. Should we open up like the
Bring
call-in
it on.
line?
Just don't get any people that are not from around here on. But yeah,
Okay, you guys have to be like known to us. You're welcome on here. Anybody in chat, really.
oh, Matt's still around, staying
Yeah.
up late tonight.
There's
Well,
a link.
Eastern time zone.
I would love for you guys to just come on here and like say things like that. That's fun. Dylan will truck a full in a game one. In game one.
Dylan will find a food truck every week.
Wait, why won't it work? It says to do it again. Let's see if that works.
TSD too shy. Come on, Tiger Shark. We've been on Greg's podcast together, all three of us, his nerd one. You can do it.
Yeah, do it.
All the cool kids.
Okay, so we'll go through some of these starred comments.
Yeah, sure.
Right now.
Oh, wow. You got a lot, yeah.
Yeah, Pitt says, one of my best friends in elementary school was Joe Butt. His uncle was Rusty Butt, and his grandpa was Dick Butt. I shit you nay. I can just hear him saying this, too. I'm not even kidding.
You'll read that, but you won't read, like, groin.
Well, because
A nation weeps, Minnie. A nation weeps.
Jake Butt, that's his real name. Poor guy.
Minnie likes Jake Butt, and she cannot lie.
He's a nice-looking man, but no, not like that, okay? Ken wants to know any good hotel recommendations for the Arrowhead game, chat. Let him know.
I do not. I've never really stayed around Arrowhead. We always just drive to Kansas City. So yeah, that's a good question, Ken.
Let us know so we can let Ken know. Okay, Gary says, I think we'll be surprised how good the offensive line is compared to what we've seen. I love that. Yes.
Hope so.
Andy Harris wants to know, Minnie, will you be at the UCLA game? Huskers in Arizona are taking buses. I am going with a girlfriend of mine. So in November, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to try and go to as many games as I can. What?
I'm just reading random comments.
Okay.
Current live. I'll stop.
And then
I always
Matt
said don't read the comments, so I got to listen.
Matt says, I think we can honestly go undefeated until the Penn State game. Okay. I'll stop drinking the Kool-Aid. That's actually what Phil Steele says.
Man.
He says there's only one that we're an underdog in, and that's
Did they drug test where you work, Matt? I'm asking that as a serious question. I just, have to wonder. Anyways.
I think it's true. Okay.
Some people say that, and it could very well be if things fall right, but injuries, Rule said the thing today about like from week 1 to 2, that's when you see the most injuries because soft tissue and all that stuff. And they're trying to coach against that. So it's like, literally, we got to get out of that Cincinnati game in one piece and then we'll be in good shape. But if we drop the center first game, something like that, no good.
Please. That sounds horrible. We're not going to do that.
We won't, but I'm preparing you for reality in case we do. So.
Okay. All right. Tony says that UCLA will be better this year. Yeah, they will be better, but so will we.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, if you haven't been paying attention, that's what tonight has been all about. All right. Oh, sounds like the closed hotels are booked, Ken.
Oof.
You probably need to look for further out motels. I'm sure you'll find something. Okay. And yep, that's what they're saying. I think Nebraska Penn State is the matchup of the year. That one is. And I think that's in November as well, right?
It's a late game, yeah.
Is it November 22nd?
It's getting down there. Yeah, it's near the end. And you know what? They could be beat up and, rough shape by then too. So who knows?
That's what I'm hoping. I really am hoping that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Why don't you just rent an RV and camp at Arrowhead? And then tailgating would be super fun.
What's it cost to rent an RV? Couldn't even imagine.
I
Matt
don't know.
Sainer, yes, I know Chuck would love your prediction. Not our Husker Chuck, but a different Chuck that thinks we win every game, every year, forever. So, no, yeah.
Okay, I agree. Gary says when he has 20 open yards in front of him, he should take it, but I'm not excited about Dylan trying to run the option. Yeah, that's exactly what they said in the interview. They're like, Husker fans are not wanting to hear you like excited about running.
No, he's not going to have any, he won't have 5 carries a game, legit. It's like I think part of it too, freshman year, they got to be careful. They don't want him to get hurt. He was the only option, kind of, even though we had Harvard, who's better. But it's like, don't get hurt, don't run. So you could see sometimes where he would have wanted to run, but they probably coached him not to. And so he kind of stayed back. So it was coaching last year, too, that probably prevented some of those better potential scrambles that he could have had.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, you're right, Fred. Vince Watson says, who is center two? Anyone have a clue? I believe his name is Sam Sledge.
Sledge? Yeah.
The Sledgehammer. Such a cool name.
See what Minnie did there. Sledgehammer.
Yeah. That's Peter Gabriel, right?
Yes. Yep.
Here we go. Foghat, Bon Jovi, and now Peter Gabriel. Greg would be
Celebrate the
so
catalog
proud.
tonight, guys. Celebrate the catalog.
Oh, okay. Even Harburg got running. Big Ten is a tough league. Yeah, well, we're not so concerned, hopefully so concerned about Cincinnati, right?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen some videos from outsiders who say that, we will, they could beat us and whatever. I don't know. The little bit that I've looked at about them, I'm not really concerned. I really am not. And, maybe that's the Kool-Aid, but I just don't see it. They won like 4 games or 5 games, something like that. They weren't, not that we're beating the world, but they weren't awesome. And I know they have a quarterback who's beautiful and handsome, and he looks better than your Dylan, as you've noted many a time, but we'll smoke him. And, now you mentioned it. You
said that he looks better than Dylan.
I thought you did.
I never compared Brendan Thorsby to Dylan Raiola. Let's be clear.
Remembered his name. I didn't remember the guy's names. That's one, but I thought for sure one of the Walgreens discount wine nights on Thursday that there was some kind of a thing about a headband and his hair, and maybe I don't know. I might have made that up, but
no, you're right. You're right. He does. Okay. I think I've shown a picture of him.
Yeah,
a nice looking kid. I'm not gonna lie.
I think you've shown more pictures of that kid than Dylan recently, so you got to step up the game.
Okay, I will. I promise. You guys you're going to be impressed. And I'll talk to Greg about doing a members only thing for the Big Ten media stuff that I got, because I think that's really cool. I think you guys would like it.
No, it'd be cool. Yeah. If you got legit video that you shot or whatever.
Yeah, I do. Great. I've got some. I've got it. I just don't know how to share it best, because putting it on like this with, you and I up here, that's kind of boring.
Yeah.
Right? You want to watch it in your own free time.
Talk to Greg. He knows how things like that work.
Yeah.
He's good for something.
Okay. Drake Westfield says Nebraska will win the first 3, but to assume winning the first 10 before Penn State is a bit too enthusiastic. Michigan will be no joke after playing Houston Christian either. But Michigan, remember, they aren't going to be playing with their head coach. Sherrone Moore is not going to be around.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I wish we could get like a player perspective. Like if you ever talk to Carrick or ask him, but I'm curious how that would be on game day. Like legit. Like, does it really matter that you don't have the head coach on the side? I mean, because it's a whole coordinated effort running that thing. So I mean,
Yeah.
the team is next man up. You think the coaching staff would be the same. So I'm curious, like if it's that big of a deal, or if there's some kind of a way to see if there's a records of teams who have coached without their head coach because of a suspension and their record, that type of thing. I'd wriggle it, but it's getting late and I'm kind of tired. So
Yeah. I think that's a good point. I just think that it's not so much that Sherrone Moore is not going to be around to coach them. I don't think that is as much of a factor as it just ticks us off and it gives us more reason to fight.
it
Kind
it
of
kind
like
of does, but the
Colorado.
Oklahoma thing is part of it too, though. Like
Yeah.
that connection, so he wants to be there for that, and
I don't care. I don't
But we're a
care. You're
conference
not
game.
even in the conference.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and that's it. We're a conference game, so it's a bit of a snub. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Thank you. Thank you for giving that to me.
I try to be balanced, if nothing else.
Because Aaron King says, "Dear Diary, Fred said I thought that one quarterback was prettier than Dylan, and it hurt my feelings." Really?
That's good, Keen. That's good.
Thank you very much for that. Well, let's see. Do I have anything else? I have defensive guys that we need to get excited about. Do you want to hear about them?
Sure, let's talk about him.
Well, one of them we already know. Vincent Shavers.
Ah, yes.
You know, he's a single digit. Number 1.
Nice. Good.
Yeah, he's a monster still. We're happy about that. So let's see. There's 2 available, right? And then Marquise Buford is number 3. And then I think number 4 is available, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And 5, I think, is Malcolm Hartzog is 7. I'll have to write this down. I'll get back to you guys.
Get
I
back
think
to
there's like 3 or 4 numbers there's like 4 numbers that are available, single digit. I don't know if they're going to do a number 0 either this season, but the players get to vote on that. Okay, so Marquise Watson Trent is the dude, apparently, that everyone says he is. He's number 26. Remember that.
Okay.
26. And then Dasan McAuliffe. He's that guy we got from Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, yeah.
He's number 22. He's playing Jack.
Yeah.
And then
the Jack, AC/DC, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, Oklahoma hasn't been what they were, but they're always going to have players. And from the position he played, it seems like he's flexible for what we do at the 3-5. So, yeah.
That's exactly what he was looking for. He said he wanted a defense where he can be utilized more, like, move positions. And, Jack, you're able to do that. So, and then also, let's not forget about Williams McGahee, the 4th. Number 17. Big dude. Elijah Judy, Cameron Lenhart, of course, all those guys, on the defensive line. But those are the dudes. We have a lot of them on defense, too.
We have a lot of dudes, I hear. I think we'll be okay. I just worry about losing a couple big cornerstones on that 3-3-5 D line. But, we have a lot of people. And if we rotate a lot, then in theory, we should be okay.
Yeah. Okay, Husker Chuck, thank you for pointing this out. He says, except for Penn State, all of our toughest games are at home. So we have USC. We have, help me out, we have Iowa. Should not be very difficult. We have, why is my mind going blank? Like, I only look at the
Well, Michigan at home.
oh,
Well, I'm just saying
I know
it
everybody's
ain't
worried
Houston
about.
Christian, so it's somebody. It's a little. There you go. Greg got it. Greg got Michigan. Yep.
Thank you. He's like, where's your brain? Yeah, we have USC. Okay.
We don't play Illinois, do we?
No, no,
Good.
we don't. And here, I was looking at that. Actually, I'm glad that you brought that up. One more thing before we go, because I really wanted to say this. Okay, so here's the top teams in the Big Ten according to Phil Steele. Okay, and he's pretty. I mean, he is pretty accurate. Number 1, Penn State. 2, Ohio State. 3, Oregon. 4, Michigan. Then he has 4 teams ranked 5.
A lot of people did that. A lot of people did that. We're part of that multi-5 I've seen, yes.
Yes. So he has Illinois, Indiana, USC, and Nebraska. So out of those, okay, we only play Penn State and Michigan and USC. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it broke our way this year. I mean, really, because we've had a pretty tough draw multiple times. I'm glad we don't have Illinois just because they've been a thorn, and also kind of like on brand with that. I'm drinking Kincaid's Death from Above. That's what his wife calls it when Bielema just kind of comes in for a landing. It's Death from Above. So
nice.
It's okay, Minnie. You'll figure it out later.
I got it. Okay.
Good.
We did not talk about the kicking game either. We forgot. And David Hofkin, I hope we get to see him this season. He's number 53. Remember that.
Is that the kid with like the 89-inch knees that you're all talking about?
Yes.
The punter that I mentioned earlier, I'm excited to see that kid from Australia. That kid's pretty.
Archie Wilson?
Yep, Archie.
The ambidextrous kicker?
Mm-hmm.
He's like going to this side, kicks with this leg, goes over there. Like
he can throw, he can run. Yeah.
Yes. But the biggest surprise from Saturday, well, there's 2. Special teams wise, kicker and punter wise, is Archie, but also Kyle Cunanan. Do you remember us talking about that? Maybe a month or so ago, month and a half ago.
Name is really familiar, but I don't remember his deal.
Because he is from literally just on the other side of the mountain. I live like just the mountain is right here. He is from the other side of this mountain. He went to the school there, Sunny Slope High School, and he apparently has the strongest leg on the team for kickers.
Wow.
This is big.
It's huge.
This is a huge leg. We need that. So I'm really excited about that because we just added him, just like I said, like 2 months ago, maybe a month and a half ago.
So is he on the roster now, or is he just oh, okay.
Yeah, no, he came from, so remember he played at Charlotte, and then he's the one who transferred to Cal, and then he found out they don't have his degree that he wanted to get there. So then he put himself back in the transfer portal without playing at Cal.
Oh, that kid. Okay, yeah.
That kid. Yes, I told you guys about him.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. So now he's at Nebraska. I think he was going for some sort of engineering. Like, I'm going to say like farming engineering or something like that. I don't know. It was something weird.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And you didn't try to be on the chain gang for his team, or did you?
I didn't know about him.
Didn't know about him. Oh, well, that explains it, yes.
I know. My loss. Oh, well.
No, good. No, it sounds like we're getting stacked in the kicking game with a lot of these people, and that, it all sounds great. We just need to actually put it into action. And once we do, then I will actually be happy and I'll be positive when I'm on here. But until then, you got to show me, simple as that.
Show me the money.
Show me the money indeed.
Husker Chuck says, I bet Dylan keeps number 15. I bet he does.
Yeah, he won't change, I don't think. He's not going to go single.
Matt says, why doesn't Dylan have a single number? Lazy. No. No. Matt Rule actually spoke about that because he doesn't like it when his quarterbacks get voted single-digit numbers.
Oh, why is that?
Maybe because they are expected to be leaders of the team.
Oh, huh. Interesting.
Yeah. We are going to miss Polar Bear. But, he didn't do a whole lot. I mean, he wasn't as productive last season. I just hate to say that. I hate to point that out because I loved him.
But he's still a big body that could tie up people, not in that way. Some of you guys in chat get dirty. But, yeah, he would take up space and blockers and things. And, but I think the weird shift with the weight after wrestling, I think, might have hampered him too. I don't know. I think he got smaller and he got a little bit overwhelmed physically, maybe. I don't know. That's just my quick guess, but yeah.
That's another thing that somebody mentioned is our offensive line looked lean. Somebody said that. And the reply is there's a big difference between being 320 pounds of muscle and 320 pounds of fat.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had a lot of the 320 of fat in the last decade. So if they're lean and they can move, you got to move. You can't just be there standing there. You got to move, be able to pull, and they can't cut like they used to, but still have a little bit of that mobility. Because we've seen times where guys just standing there and people run around them. And it's like, what are you doing? It's painful. So if they're quicker because they're leaner, that's great.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. All right. Fred, we did it. I mean, nobody wanted to talk to us, so.
Yeah, that's okay. I get that every day. I'm fine with it. I don't like people in general, so that's fine.
People were bidding on your shirt, so.
They were. I got to reconsider maybe eBaying this thing. So, yeah,
nobody's ever bid on my clothes.
Well, I don't know. You don't have vintage 1997 attire, so
no, I don't, and I wish I did. If I did, forget it. There's no way I'd be selling it.
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff in a coat that's 1994, 5, 6, all the way up. Probably won't ever sell it. Don't know what I'll do with it, but whatever.
Did I call you Greg?
Probably. I don't know. I'm tired. Could have called me anything at this point. I would have missed it.
I know I've done that before. Because you're the only guy co-host that I have besides him. So
besides him, he doesn't even get a name. Hey, Greg, you're not people like me and Minnie. That's how it is. Good Lord.
Well, on that note, Fred, you are the best. I just love you being a part of this. I hope you join me every single week. We're going to get into football. We're going to be talking about football, and you can bring all that pessimistic attitude that you want. I don't care because it's fun. And so are you guys. And I just appreciate everyone being here, part of the community. So I hope you stick around for Tuesday with Andy. I think he does another movie, maybe. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I missed last week. I'm not sure what's going on. I'll try and catch him tomorrow. Yeah. It's fun. It's fun when we're all in there. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, join the chat. And I might be able to do it too. And then Thursday, I think there's going to be a special 5-Heart Theater, I think.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Wow. I will get my Walmart wine ready and
yeah.
Or Walgreens discount wine as you do, but yes. Can't wait. Oh, huge. Yes.
He's even more hilarious in person. I mean, I like Andy.
Wow.
You guys know this.
Nuts online. I can't imagine him in real life. That's something.
In real life, he just doesn't stop talking.
Doesn't stop talking online. That's crazy. Wow.
He's the exact same in person.
Got to meet this guy.
He's a nice guy, though. I like him. Nice to see you all here. And go Big Red.
Go Big Red, everybody. See you later.